This company has a lot of people excited. Snowline Gold Corporation. It's currently trading well above when it started 2021. It's looking really good, but why? Why are people excited about the stock? Does it still have legs to run? Remember, this video, we're going to go over a lot of different things regarding this mining company, but this is just my opinion. This is not financial advice. You need to read this disclaimer here. You need to consult with your own financial advisor before you make any financial decisions. This is just my personal research for fun. So Snowline's potential, it's all about gold exploration. We're going to talk about ounce accumulation, financial publication, a recent financial publication, and their takeover target. Now, coming over to their website about Snowline Gold Corporation investment highlights, this is a Yukon territory company. It's in Canada. Yukon territory has big connotations with gold. So they say, why invest in Snowline Gold? And you can read all this right here. But what I want to know is about its leadership team and what have they been up to recently. Now, coming over to their news section on the website, they have up-to-date news such as Snowline Gold announces expansion of leadership team. Okay, interested. Snowline Gold closes fully subscribed, 20 million financing. Okay, great. But this one right here is what caught my eye. It's a big one, right? It can kind of confuse you if you don't just take your time with it. So let's read this. Snowline Gold drills mineralization 300 meters beyond current resource. What does this mean? So let's come down here. A lot of words, a lot of data, a lot of graphs. But this one here is what interested me. Now, I misspoke earlier calling Snowline Gold a mining company. They're not a mining company. They're a junior exploration company. This will explain it. So this company comes out to the Yukon, different locations, and they say, all right, here we go. Do you see this line right here, this dark line? This is a proposed pit. Do you see it says 0.72 pit? Okay, I'm no expert about these charts. So if someone is watching this video, help us out a little bit. But what they're proposing here is if we create a pit, we dig down into the earth, we're going to find gold here. Do you see the bright colors, pinks and golds? That's gold. But what they recently did was drill to the side of their proposed pit. They want to see if we can expand this pit, expand this operation for profitability. And what they did was they found other gold. Now, to break this down simply, this is what they did. So they drilled a hole for discovery. They found gold. They call them intercepts or intervals, right? They found gold in that drill. Richer streaks were found, location beyond resource shell. So that means right here, this one, the pink is important because they're looking outside of their proposed pit. The hole in the ground they think would be profitable to dig, and they said, ooh, there's gold outside of that. So they're going to do a model assumption revision, new ounces added to the model, and then the system, like the overall ROI system for the company, right, is open for growth. Now, with these exploration companies, the whole goal here is to find gold and package it up to a bigger fish in the sea. The bigger fish comes along and gobbles the smaller fish up. All these guys want to do is find a good gold opportunity. So let's talk about the basics. Where is the treasure? Where is the gold? It's in the far north Yukon in Canada, a safe, mining-friendly zone. Okay, the biggest find so far, the Valley deposit, already mapped at 7 million ounces of gold and still growing. Remember, when they do these little side quests, right, they put new drills into the ground. That allows them to find more gold, and it becomes potentially more profitable. All right, side quest, a second zone called Jupiter just popped up, a super gold drill hit. Now, here's some speculation, right? How far has the project progressed so far? So if we come down here, discovery phase was 4 years ago in 2021. And then we have the resource phase. So independent auditors confirm large gold deposits, 2024. And then late 2025, this is a speculation, we could say PEA scheduled the preliminary economic assessment to evaluate profitability. Basically, they want to go to market and say, look, bigger fish, we have gold here. So the second half of the decade mine build, that's when the bigger fish would come along. Now, this is important. Pay attention. So why did it matter? Why did last month's drill news move the needle? In other words, why do we care? So hitting ore grade rock beyond the pit outline means the virtual map just expanded. All right, that's a mouthful, but let's come back over here. The outline was this, RF 0.72 pit. That black line right there is the proposed pit. And remember, they found gold outside of the proposed pit. That matters. Now, long stretches of steady grade gold, right, make future mining cheaper and simpler. Now, what the heck does that mean? Basically, if there's gold over here where I'm spinning the mouse, right, let's just dig a bigger hole. We're already going to have the machinery out there. It's more profitable to just have all the gold in one place. Now, on top of that, Jupiter shows this could become a multi-deposit district, not just one mine. In other words, maybe there's other opportunities for pits in this area. Maybe there's more gold here than they expected, right? So then on top of that, more than 2.5 kilometers of core is still in the lab. So fresh results and fresh excitement keep rolling in every few weeks. Now, money already sunk in people steering the ship, so roughly $1 million Canadian dollars have been poured into drilling, camps, and studies, paid entirely with share sales. So the company carries zero debt. So look here, the pros, it is debt-free, right? It has experienced, quote unquote, experienced leadership, global training, but the cons are share dilution and market volatility. But I think you're going to find those cons in any junior exploration company. The crew is led by CEO Scott Berdahl, a Yukon raised geologist who helped found the company. Now, there's more we could go into this study. Remember, this is just one study out of many different studies this company has done. But what I want to dive into now is milestones to track moving forward. So mid-2025, updated resource estimate. So watch for a bigger ounce count. That matters a lot. Late 2025, the first PEA mine plan, the assessment. Watch for healthy profit margins in a long mine life. How long is the mine going to be alive if you do mine the darn thing, right? And then every assay batch, so new drill results act like a loot box drop. Sometimes they're epic and the share price pops. Well, that is just speculation. And remember, Snowline is a fast-moving gold explorer, a junior gold explorer company that keeps adding ounces. So they keep finding gold. It's also gearing up to publish its first money maths. Basically, is this darn thing, is this mine going to be profitable? And could become a takeover target if those numbers shine. Read the disclaimer. None of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion going over some things that I found today on the internet. If you like this, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.